Alrighty, welcome to another amazing day here in Bali at the W Hotel. I'm just going to wait for people to jump on. A bit more calm today. Been really taken in the morning, being on a lot of calls, talking to a lot of people. Let's see if I can take these off. It is a bit glary out here. It was an amazing afternoon yesterday. We got a lot done, a lot of great ideas that we're putting into action this morning. So for anyone watching the recording of this, fast forward, read the comments, watch the start if you want. That's cool, watch the whole thing preferably. Anyone who jumps on, say hi, where you're watching from, what he is up to today. I've got a cool little live stream to bring you now, like really cool. It's touching on something that I spoke about leading into the Team Beast Mode International Retreat, but it's here going forward, and it's really something that I've latched onto as a way to get people to look inside. But as you guys jump on, say hi. No one said hi yet. I don't start bringing this until everyone says hi. I know there's a delay. The internet here's been really good, so we're not going to blame my internet here. It cut out a couple of times yesterday, but this is it's been really good here this morning. I can see my mum hiding on there. How are you, mum? At work, Grant. That's awesome, man. That's all right, man. I love how you're jumping in. I really want Sev to get into that program, dude. That's debriefs, that's everything. Great day in Cairns, mum. Awesome. Superstar Miss Opie is on. I love your energy lately, Jade. It seems like you've started to head back in the right track. Started. I'll get there. And yes, you'll see some debriefs and everything. I'm just getting messages through. I've just literally sent out, oh, I've got some new names on there. I've literally just sent out about 100 messages this morning. I've just been going nuts. I've got some cool stuff that's coming up, cool stuff that's been bubbling in the background. Lockie Horner, how are you, brother? How's things, man? Awesome that you're on, mate. Awesome that you're on. How are you, Courtney? Got some cool names jumping on here now. I think you all want to get a bit piece of the sun. I'm not gonna, actually I might show you around for a sec. I'm gonna rock this out in a minute. Oh, there's Mr. Bundy in the background. Wave, Mr. Bundy. He's not gonna wave. He's on his own calls. We've been rocking it all morning. Pretty cool office, hey? Pretty cool office. Yeah, I got a lot of messages last night, and I was actually on calls like, oh, you guys are just partying, you're just celebrating. We sort of are, but this is part of what we do. This is like something that I never dreamed of until not long ago. To be able to work somewhere like this, and they throw it around location free all the time. It is location free. Getting messages come through, jump on my live stream, guys. But to work in a place like this with amazing energy, yes, have a couple of drinks, have some cool conversations with people from around the world. It's a great way to operate. It's sort of you don't get stuck. You don't get stuck in that environment. I'm just copying seriously. Like, I'll go back to it at the start, guys. I know I'm rambling a little bit here, but my messages are going off, and it's because so many people are interested in what I've been calling them about. A couple of them have jumped on here now, but the title of this here, and something I spoke about a lot coming into the retreat when I was back home in Cairns, was how do I go about it? I was talking about working on the outside to start working within. It's sort of backwards. Well, it is backwards. I'm always about work on the inside for the outer world to get better. The outer world is a reflection of your inner world. Simple as that. Absolutely, Courtney, living the dream. Let me know, Courtney, are you living the dream? Because I'm going to lead into something after. But what I was talking about, and it's backwards from what my message is. Like I say, I believe this massively. Your internal world, you've got to work on that for everything exterior to improve, to get better. But I come up with something, and it is something to do with a lot of people I've been working with lately, and it's about exterior stuff. We're brought up with conditioning, we're brought up with judgment, we're brought up with the outside world looking in. And most of us, and this is serious, most of us will not let anyone in, let anything in, will not work on our inner world unless our exterior is, we're happy with our exterior. And it's sad, but it's the way it is. So I've been really thinking, and how do we make this better? Do we make people comfortable on the outside? Yes, environment's huge. It's a massive reason why we have the retreats here in Bali, so the men can't run and escape, because we do put them on the spot. But also, It goes down to the simple things like women in your makeup. You cover up, you patch up to make you feel comfortable to go out, to make yourself look better. There's like anti-aging creams and things like that. They're massive at the moment. When I'm talking about all this sort of stuff, because when I got involved with Isagenix, yeah, absolutely, Lockie. But when I got involved with Isagenix, that's about fixing the inside. It's about working on your inside, your health, starting there, and the outside gets better. And that was at the core of it, and that's why I'm so aligned with that. But as I've gone on and talked to more people, it's very hard to get people to realise this. It's very hard because of the conditioning, because of their programming from when they're growing up, from the external judgment. So how do we work this? And I've been looking at how to work this. How do I get this message right? How do I get more people involved with such a company where you can work on the inside? Not just a company, your inner world for spiritually. What's going on up here? People need to feel comfortable. They need to be wrapped in cotton wool. It's not the way I operate, but then I see, I'm like, how can I impact more people? It's to be able to have that. How do I make them feel safe and protected? Build that trust. To make them like visual. A lot of people are visual too. Like they've got to look good to feel good. So how do you get them to work on the inner world? And like I say, it's something where I've been like, well, how do I put this message out? How do I speak to people about this? And I did a little experiment, and Grant the Riddler's on here at the races. Everyone gets dressed up. So I spoke to him about ISA, about getting on their health journey and all that, and it was like this, blocked up walls. Of course, everyone's on the piss, everyone's having fun. They don't want to talk about that stuff there. But then when I talk to them about a cream or something they put on their face or anti-aging or something like that, they were like, bang, the conversations roll, especially the women. They were like, wow, yeah, I'd do that. I'll spend $400 or $500 a month on that. And I'm like, it just proves how backwards people have got this. How backwards they've got this because of the external judgment growing up that we've all conditioned with. Absolutely, Courtney. But I guarantee, Courtney, if you wanted a quick fix, a 5-day fix or something like that, instead of working on yourself for 2 months to make yourself feel better, I bet you'd dive at the opportunity. It's how people are. We want that quick fix. There is no quick fix, people. If you want your outer world to change, if shit's falling apart, if you're not healthy, and it's not just about not being healthy. If you've got like all this scatter going on and you've got these internal battles going on, just like these people who are messaging me, holy crap. I'm getting so many messages, guys, and this is what it's about for me. The amount of work, like I say, Mr. Bundy's in the background, starring in there. We've just been getting on calls all morning, all night last night, well, late as, even though we're recharging, you wouldn't think so. People are looking at us here, we're running around doing live streams, like I say, getting on calls, talking to some high-end clients that are getting involved with Team Beast Mode, Beauties and the Beast, all of this sort of stuff. Hidden messages in the Beauties and the Beast too, something to do with what I'm talking about, external, internal, external, internal. But throw some questions at me on this, guys. I want this one to be really interactive. If you were given an option to feel safe first, to have your exterior look good first, I need to look at this. This is like, I'm surprised actually. I've got the like white lines there for my glasses. I've got the really burnt nose. I'd love something to cover that up to make me look better. But because I've worked on my inner world, I don't give a fuck what I look like. I don't care. What do we got? What happened to Lee's live feed last night? Nah, that live feed, just while you're onto that there, if you read the post correctly, Grant, we want over 100 people to comment that they want to see this, because this is like massive controversy, Lee's. I know I skipped off the path. No, I haven't actually. This links in with what I'm talking about. Sex, lies and videotapes. Exterior, success, fame, the outside world, judgment, all that sort of stuff. But Lee's live feed, as I link this in, I'm going to get back to mine in a sec. We want 100 people to comment on there if they want to see this, because everyone who sees the master's work over there, he gets controversial for a reason. Push people's buttons this way, that way. That live feed, guys, get on his post, it's on his page, comment on it if you want it, get your friends involved, get people involved, because that's going to be huge. But back to it. External, we've got to like doll ourselves up, make ourselves look good to work on our inner world. And it's a way in for people. It's a way to make them feel safe to say, okay, all right, now I feel good in this environment. I feel good around these people. I look good because people want to look good. I do want to look good. When I said I don't care what people think, I do care. I want them to say I look good. Simple as that. But that's because I've done a lot of work internally. That's because I've opened up all that layering to work on my inner world, so people can go in there and see what's in there. And what happens to that? My exterior world looks like this shit. So yeah, so give me some interaction here, guys. These are all dropping off. I think it's the internet, or I'm just talking shit, either way. Keep me accountable. I knew Miss Opie would be all over this. You learn a strong line. I need to lose my expectations of people so I'm not let down when they choose not to succeed. So yes, we cannot expect people to understand this inner expectation that they have to learn themselves, have to learn self-love, and sometimes it's just having someone's hand to show you first. That's cool, Jade. I love it. I love it. And there's a couple of cool points in there too. It's not about learning self-love either, I've got to say. It's about unlearning all the bullshit. It's about unlearning all the fucking exterior rubbish that we've ingrained and believed we've taken it on from other people's opinions, from other people's judgments, from when we grew up with our families, our schools. It's so judgmental, and that's where it all comes from. So it's more about unlearning all the bullshit, and that's where I'm figuring coming from exterior. Make yourself feel safe. Environment is massive, of course. That's exterior, true. Environment's huge. So that's exterior. So you've literally got to change your environment. Get into that exterior world where you feel a bit more comfortable, where people are lifting you up, where people have your best interests at heart, and they're not judging you for what you look like. They're not judging you. They want you to grow because you've made a choice to grow. Then once you can get into that world, and back to your point, Jade, about learning self-love, once you unlearn a lot of that stuff and you're in that external environment that uplifts you, that gives you support, that is around you to move you forward, then you can work on that. Then you can grow. Tiana, how are ya? Awesome, awesome. You need to learn that all people don't have the same. Throw it in there, Tiana. Tiana's jumping into some cool stuff, working one-on-one with me, which is fantastic. I'm wrapped you on, Tiana, and we're gonna absolutely rock your world. It's all about rocking your world, and the way I'm going to work it is external to work on that internal, because internal is where it's all at, guys. Internally is where it's all at. Do the work internally and your exterior world's going to change. But how do you get in there? You've got to change your exterior world. You've got to have the people around you. And like I say, I'll go back to it. I'll give practical examples like Isagenix. Get healthy, eat properly, get your nutrition right, and your energy comes. Everything's energy, but you start to look better, you feel better. But people, sometimes that's really hard for them. Like I say, I did the experiment at the races. People put up their barriers when you even talk about their health, and it's because of the judgment thing. They're worried about what people think or say. Are they going to do something different to do this? What do we got here? Good heart and genuine interest in people, me like I do with them. Yeah, everyone's different, Tiana, and you're going to find that, especially with your background and your past, which we were talking about, very similar to mine, very similar, is you've got that environment, but when you want to change it, it's so different and everything. You don't have trust in people, so you need that protection. You need to be put in cotton wool. You need that safety. You need that uplifting, whatever it is. But you need to look good too, because this is so many people. So many people are scared about changing their environment because they're going to get that judgment, like, oh, you look a certain way. You look like this, or you're looking angry all the time, or you're looking unhealthy, you might be overweight or whatever it is, and you're worried about that judgment. And this is why you've really got to push with the environment. But if you've got ways that you can make yourself look and feel better, do it, guys. Simple, do it. If it means dressing up to make yourself feel comfortable, do it. And it's not about hiding away from the world. It's like, that's your step. It's like, that's your step. It's like, I feel a bit more comfortable now. Then I'm going to start to trust people now. Yes, I am covering up, but the more you trust people, the more you put yourself out there like that in a different environment, then you can start to work on your inner world. And it's how it is. It's how it was with me. I used to absolutely be crazy in here about what other people thought. I could not look people in the eye. I couldn't sit next to people. I love using this example all the time as the first event, summer kickoff, 12 months ago, which is fantastic. That's coming up too soon. But I could not sit still next to people I didn't know. I could not do the David Woods exercise where you go up and meet 3 new people and all that sort of thing. I freaked out because I was so worried about what they thought about me. I had no sleep. I was unhealthy, unhappy, and it was crazy. I had angry eyes. Not like now where I've just got like, ugh. What do we got here? I'm just going to get through here, guys. Throw some questions out. Throw some questions in. Out, in. See that? When you stop giving a shit of what people think of you from the outside, you are able to give them the best of yourself, the real you. Some will love it, some will run. Cool. It's a great filter too, guys. If you work on yourself, the people that hang around or the people that you attract, they're the ones that stay. The people who go, it's just a filter. You don't have to hold them back or anything. As simple as that. It is an amazing filter. Is just continually to work on yourself. But it's how do you start that? How do you start that, guys? How have you guys started? Because you guys are on here. This might be a start for you. How have you started to work on your inner world? Has it started from external? Has it started from environment? Has it started from making yourself, covering up everything to make yourself feel better, to get that, what would you say, that self-protection, to trust people, to then let them in, to let them into your inside world? And when I say let them in, it's because there's mentors, there's coaches and everything. To work on your inner world, you've really got to reach out to people, guys, and it's the shortcut. It's as simple as that. Because if you do what you've always done, even though you think you know better, you're going to get similar results. You're going to end up falling back into it. You're going to find things are hard and you're going to go back to your old ways. It's as simple as that. I've seen it over and over and over. Even people I work with, when they hide and they disappear because they go back to their old ways because they put up that guard. So, got to get into it again. The changing of I think I can to I know I can will only come from experience. You need to condition your brain to trust yourself. What happens when you keep breaking your own promises? You lose faith. And that just touches on what I was talking about, Jade. You do what you've always done, you get what you've always got. And to break that cycle, you've got to go to someone who's actually done that. Because when it gets hard, you can do the self-talk, you can do the daily conditioning, but you really need someone to guide you and push you. And this is what I've really found. Even though you do a lot of stuff your way and you smash it, Jade, there's still little things that you've got to, and you know this, which is cool. See the possibilities in the small things you know you can. I can walk, I can smile, I can say hi to people, I can shake some random's hand, I'll be polite. A single smile can change someone's whole day. And initially when we are happy, we make others happy, which grows our happiness. Yeah, spot on. I love it, Jade. You're back in the zone. I love the fact that you are back in the zone. That's cool. The way you're flowing there, that is awesome. I struggle with what people think heaps. I really need to work on this. Rach, you're in the right place. That event you went to the other night, you are in the right place. You have got the people around you. Exactly what I'm talking about. Even what they are talking about. The company that it is. External to work on your internal. It's the start. It's the link I've been looking for. It's what is going to change people's perspective on letting people in to trust them to work on their inner world. So you are in the right place, Rachel. Them amazing women, I'd like to get your feedback on there. They are amazing, they are. And this is the thing too, guys. I see this, and when I talk about the races example, it was like all women I spoke to. The men were just getting like wasted, which was cool, I expected that. But the women I spoke to, they go to a lot of trouble to make themselves look great for the races. So they can get blotto and just roll over in the grass and that after. So what's that tell you? When they have alcohol, they let their guard down, they're in the inner world. External stuff. See how all these examples are external to work on your internal? But anyway, I decided 2009 I need to live and impact lives because loss and pain hurts and no one should stay in that pain. Motivated in pain. Most people only let others in or open up to something new when they are motivated in pain. Simple. That was me. It was so many people I work with now, so many people in Beast Mode, in ISA, in all the other companies that I'm doing some stuff with now. That's what happens. And it's unfortunate, but it's how we're conditioned. Punishment, reward, punishment, reward, punishment, reward. Sound familiar, guys? You get punished as a kid. So you've got to work harder to get your parents' praise, to get a reward. You get rewarded, something goes wrong. Punish, 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 in pain, motivated in pain. You wonder where that comes from, guys? This is what I'm talking about with conditioning. Conditioning is all fucking, it's right through us, it's ingrained in us. Getting so many messages come through. I have to admit, when I'm drunk, I don't give a shit, but when I'm sober, I'm a different person. Hey, I'm similar with certain things, Rachel, and I'll be honest with that. It's because I had so many other things linked with alcohol, but it's most people with alcohol, they let their guard down. What's their guard? Their layers. But then the next day, when they're hungover, they're like, holy shit, oh my God, I had D&Ms and all this sort of stuff. But it doesn't matter then because most people are pissy talking to me. But this is about the real world. This is about day-to-day stuff. If you really want to start working towards a place or a life where you're not worried about what people think, you've got to do the work, guys. You've got to do that internal work. I'm going to have a drink now. Throw some questions in there. Throw some questions. There's some cool names on there hiding again. Yous all hide. I've deleted too many people lately. I actually want some interaction here, so I've stopped deleting people. Come on now, give me some judgment. I want some judgment, some external judgment. It's important. Got a whole bottle of water. I was gonna say wine then. Anyone who's on there hasn't said anything yet? Come on, give me some questions. Give me some questions. I've toned this one down this morning because it's really, really important that I just melt the screen every time I do a live feed. I can come high energy, I can get all pumped up, especially when I was talking about what I was talking about last night. It links into this, believe it or not. It really does link into this. I was talking about people's why, their purpose, really tapping into it. They don't, because they've got the layers up. Simple as that. They've got their own bullshit layers up. They cannot tap into their why, their purpose, all that sort of thing. Whatever, my neck keeps cutting out and out. Nah, that's all right. That's cool, Tiana. Watch the replay of this one. Watch the replay. And we're going to chat deeply about this too. Chelsea, how are you, Chelsea? Say hi. Say hi. Oh, excuse me, I burped then. Got a guy over there hosing right near me. I'm gonna turn around and scare him in a minute. But anyway, trying to listen as working. What questions do I? Any questions about how this is relevant in your life, Rachel? Feeling protected, having the people around you that you can trust to then start to work on all that stuff that you're holding in. Questions about that? We've started to touch on it with our one-on-one stuff. We have started that, but we're going to go a lot deeper because I need to make sure you trust me from all the external stuff. I'm external. I'm a coach, a mentor, whatever you want to call it. I'm external. What do we got there? I have never experienced that since changing my life when I chose to be open and honest with everyone I meet. When asked people questions, I'll be honest with my answer, but still I hide behind pain and choose to only flourish with my positive power. Before you know it, I'm burnout. Yeah, do you know why, Jade? If you've still got that pain there, you're suppressing it. You don't want to do that. This is the thing. If it's there, you got to work on that stuff. This is cool. This is giving me something we can talk about on our next call. So if you're suppressing stuff, guys, you expend more energy. If you've still got pain there, you expend more energy holding that in, keeping that in, pushing it to the side, pushing it to the back. But what happens is when you've got that pain there, like our mind, it's like a filing cabinet. When you've got that pain there and suppressing it, all you're doing is shoving it here and it's still here. It's still here. It's meant to be way back there. If it's in your past, it's meant to be way back there. But if you're suppressing it, guess what? It keeps coming up. That's why. So we'll have a chat about that for sure, Jade. We're all going to get pain in life too, guys. It's going to come. Shit happens. People die. Fucking we lose friends. We lose boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever. We get that fucking pain. It happens. It's life. Life isn't easy, but it's how you deal with it and it's what you do in them situations that moves you forward. So many people are stuck in the past with stuff like this. What do we got? I missed that again, so there is no try, Rachel. Get rid of that T word out of your comments. Yeah, watch the replay, Rach. Watch the replay for sure. That's what it's all about. Jade, you're giving some amazing feedback in here too, guys. Anyone who jumps on the recording of this live feed, it's at a tricky time today, being Friday lunchtime back over in Oz. Check out Jade's comments there, and everyone else who jumps on here. There's some cool names. Lockie was on here before. He's an absolute superstar. He is the king of people working on their health and fitness and all that sort of thing, just like Jade is working on their inner world, making them feel better to work on their inner world. Juliana, how are you, Juliana? Awesome that you're getting involved in this too. How is Chi Chi, Trudy? How are you finding her mentoring? She's fantastic, True. She cuts deep. She's very good at what she does. Let me know. Is it lunchtime there, Jade? Perfect for you. Everyone else, no. It's perfect here. I think no one wants to sit near me too because I'm doing a live feed. A few people see me yesterday. I was making some noise over there when I was doing my other live feed and it scared some people. It was pretty funny. But back to it. External. Everything is external, seriously. Our environment, our outer world. Yeah, awesome, Juliana. She is fantastic. Keep moving forward. Keep showing up early too, Juliana. Apply yourself. You and Chi Chi seem very similar. Lots of sleep-ins there. But external, guys. External environment. We've got to do that. The time here is, it's like early in the morning. I can't see the time on my thing. There's 3 hours difference, Jade, so there might be 9 o'clock, something like that. Something like that. People out here at work, they're all laying down on their chairs and everything. It's fantastic. The external environment here is just fantastic. But how do you do this, guys? How do you become comfortable to get uncomfortable? That's another way of putting this. What do you have in your external? I'll tell you what, you have this. You have people around you. You commit to people around you. This is a big thing. Decide and commit. You commit to something. You commit to a program where there is a safe environment, like a closed program, like what I've got 2 going at the moment. They are fantastic. I'm involved in Beast Mode. What has been created there by Lee Bundy is that environment where men are growing, where men feel safe externally. Even though it's a closed group, they've got 30 other men around them externally who are not judging him. So what happens there? You're able to get into work on your inner world. Same as mine. I've got amazing queens in mine. The men are starting to come around now because they're afraid. Matty Grayer, how are you, brother? There's someone who has just lived at Team Beast Mode International Retreat where he had his guards up, broke open, and now his heart, his vulnerability, everything is showing. So Matty, I'm wrapped, you're on, brother. But here it is. You've got to get in that environment and you've got to trust people. You've got to say, all right, these other people have laid out the path. Other people have created this. Like I say, I use Beast Mode as my example because I show up there every day. That's my accountability. But I've created my own from there with other amazing people who are trusting in me and what I've created from the results I've had in life. As simple as that. And this is what you guys have got to look at. You need to eat and make a birthday cake for Benny. Hope you have an amazing day too. Is it Benny's birthday today or is that tomorrow? But this is what it's about. Get into this environment, this closed environment. People who have been there like me, look where I'm living now, guys. I couldn't even do a live stream. I couldn't even do a video 12 months ago. I couldn't talk to people I didn't know. I've been talking to people everywhere here. I've been adding people into my community day by day by day. I can never do this. So does that not tell you that get in the right external area, the environment? Closed group for me, the closed one-on-one stuff. But there's amazing people in there. There's like 10 people in there now. Totally different backgrounds, totally different journeys, totally different stories. No judgment, no judgment. That's what you guys need, the external. You need that to get in there. So that's what it is. But then when you get in there to really open up, this is the thing. Once you feel safe and protected, yes, there's mindset stuff. Yes, there's daily routines. They're all part about reconditioning this. The W2, everywhere else is sunny, and I've got a great spot just to do this live stream. But if you've missed it, Zoe, watch the replay of this. I'm back. Keep me accountable here, guys. Internet, like I wrapped up the internet earlier and said it was great, now it's dropping out. But back to it. Get in that environment, guys. Into that environment. Be it anything you do, because you could be doing any mindset stuff, you could be reading books, you could be doing this to improve yourself, to work on your inner world. But if you still don't trust people, if you still don't have the people around you to push you, to make you feel safe, like I say, externally, to work on your inner world, what's going to happen, guys? You can say this doesn't work, it's not going to work, you're going to get little results and you're going to go back into your shell. If you really want to change, guys, if you really want to break out of that comfort zone, if you really want people to look at you and say, wow, look at that amazing confident person who can talk to anyone, follow the steps. Get involved with something that works. Like I say, my Better Way stuff is just based on everything that I have learned, unlearned, but in them protected environments. To create my own exterior environment, which is fantastic now, with amazing people around me that lift me up continually. And I pass that on. It's a ripple effect to other people. So I go back to yesterday, tapping into your purpose and why. Because we've got these layers up, so many people don't do it, or they just make up a bullshit one. And that's what I got rocking at the moment. It has started, but I'm looking for more people to get involved, because the more people I can impact and lead forward. I've got a couple of coaches in there now, which is fantastic, because they see the value in this, guys. You can never stop learning. You can never stop learning. So like I say, if you want to get into this, there's 9 weeks of training, private group. You're in my accountability group, which is actually my VIP clients. I've allowed access to that for about 3 months now. Private video training group. Who here is scared of doing videos? Who here is scared of talking to people? Who here is scared of that external judgment? I've seen the names on here, there's a few of you that are, but I've got a private video training group. Something in a private, safe, protected thing where you can communicate your message, whatever it is you want to get out visually for the visual people like myself, the auditory people like myself as well. private video training. So if you've already got a message but you don't know how to deliver it, here's the key. How do you want to talk to different people? How do you want to deliver to different people? This is what in my 9-week course, I've added this in. Lee Bundy, who's disappeared now, give me a kick in the ass for bringing this in, because this is actually upper level. I've got people in there that just pay for this specifically. It's how to communicate. Maddie, it is awesome, bro. It is awesome, man. Your energy has been fantastic, man. But we're gonna fine tune that mastermind stuff, man. We're gonna fine tune how you deliver your message. This is what I'm providing, but guys, it's everything I've learned and how I'm able to deliver my message. Now, see how I'm going with this, rocking and rolling to keep your attention. But this is what it's about. Inbox me if you're interested in this. Accountability, free. Don't want to forget this. Free one-on-one calls with myself to talk about whatever the hell you want, but more importantly, how I can move you forward as fast as possible. Because for me, for anyone I work with or mentor or coach, it's about what's next. I don't want to just talk to people. I love doing these live feeds. I love adding massive value, but for me, it's about making an impact, directly making an impact. So I've created all these things for the external, the judgment and everything. It's not judgment, it's mentoring, it's leading, it's whatever you want to, it's leading you to a better existence, if you want to say that, making you feel comfortable. But then we go uncomfortable. Once you're in there, once you trust the process, once you see a little bit of light. How are you, Tara? Awesome that you're on. I've toned this one down, Tara. Toned it down. Because it's really, really important. I don't want to scare people away. I am high energy, but this is how I can work too. There are so many different ways that you can guide and mentor people, and I bring all of it. And I actually teach all this. So any of you guys on here want that extra step up, be it that you're already on this growth journey, you're already like getting spits and spats, and you're already having some small results. This is what it's about for me. But this, jump in now, because this short course, I've added too much into it. I just said that there. Inbox me if you are worried about judgment, you're worried about the exterior, you're not in an environment, you're not sure what to do about it, you're not sure how to hold yourself in it. If you have a message, you want to sharpen up on it, you want to deliver it, you want to communicate it. These are all the things I add to this, and that's why I've made it very specific to people who inbox me and they ask specific questions. So yeah, just let me know. What are your problems? There you go, there's a sharp one. I said I wasn't going to talk like this, but what the fuck are your problems? Send me a message about that. It's all about me giving you solutions. Anyway, any questions, guys? I'm going to wrap this up. I have calls to get on now. I have important stuff to get on. Exterior, interior, environment, all this sort of stuff. This environment's amazing. I'm just going to spin around. Throw me some questions because of the delay. Just going to pan around. Yeah, I've toned down my vibe today, Tara. I think it's the music. It's a great spot I've got here too. It's fantastic. You would agree, yeah? See if my phone stands up. I've got a dodgy tripod on this phone stand thing here. It's all good, it's all good. Anyway, if there's no more questions, send me an inbox. Feel uncomfortable, worry about what people think. Worried about judgment, sick of judgment, don't know how to break away from it. Need to change your circle of friends. Just any of this sort of stuff. Flick me an inbox. What are your problems? Flick me an inbox. I will give you solutions, only to lead you to a better way, only to lead you to a better life, only to lead you to a greater existence, because I want everyone to feel comfortable. I want everyone to take the steps I've taken. I want everyone to be open and honest with everyone, but more importantly, open and honest with themselves. Damien, how are you, brother? You're rocking it, man. I love your energy since you jumped into the beast mode. December retreat, guys, Team Beast Mode International. Spots filling fast. Beauties and the Beasts. What is the thing spinning around in the background? Oh, that's a massive fan, Tara. That's huge, isn't it? I don't know if you've been here, Tara, to the W, like under that bar over there's like a cool little, like, what would you say? It's a funky little sort of nightclub setup. See you, Mum. I will see you in a week or so. I'm going to do a live feed later too. I'm going to go back to what's next. I'm always doing what's next. This is about what's next. This is about what's next for you, but I'm going to do a live feed later today. Pretty sure me and Lee are going to do a live feed too. Watch this space for that one. You'll see the energy pick right up in that one, guys, because that's about what's next as well. So thank you everyone for being on this. I have work to do, if you would call it. Yes, it is the W. I will see you later. Looking forward to these inboxes. I've got to go through all the ones I just got. I'll talk to you soon. The vibe will be lifted after too. There is a better way. There are so many better ways.